Gypsy, I mean, you have Dee Dee. What did she do to Gypsy? Well, she did all this. What did she do to Nick? Nothing. And he, like, the type of crime it was, like, typically that's like they know it was Nick because Nick confessed and because of the evidence and because of his DNA and because he got cut and everything. Like, but that's like like that normally is personal. That shit was personal. You don't normally see just like like someone that doesn't know you brutally unaliving you like that. But he did. And it's not because of what she did to Gypsy. It was because, like he said, the first chance it had been waiting, like that dark side, that part of him had been waiting so long to make the first chance it got to make an example out of someone it did. That he literally said that. He said the first chance it got to make an example out of someone it did. He is not mentally well. And when you put that on top of when you put that with autism, now those two combined doesn't always mean violent. Let's make that very clear because we don't want to just blanket statement shit. But when you have someone who is not monitored, wasn't given a lot of attention, was isolated, spent a lot of time online, he fed his delusions and his fantasies with whatever he could, like he fed them. That's what he did instead of somebody actually helping him, like with the McDonald's incident. Like that should have been a big red flag for his family to like, I don't know, like maybe put him in therapy, like, but they never did. Like he was failed 100%. And it's a really sad situation, but that doesn't mean, you know how many serial schmillers and just schmurderers have mental illness? Just because that it's not an excuse to be like, well, he should be out of prison too. You can't if you do that, then you got to do that for everybody. You know how many, I mean, look at Ed Gein. Ed Gein, for the most part, like until, I mean, he did eventually kill somebody. I mean, was digging out of graves because his mental illness was that his mother made him so like codependent to her. It's actually really sad. And like he was trying to like basically make his mom, and so many people have sexualized that story and everything, and it's not. If you read the actual proof behind it, he just wanted, he was he lost himself. He completely was lost without his mom. She made him so dependent on him, and like it's really sad, but guess what, he still did some crazy ass shit and he's still mentally ill. And in his case, he's really mentally ill. Like, I mean, he was found innocent, like on account of like being, whatever it's called, but like he's in a mental facility. Oh, he was. Nick is very, very well aware of the shit he does, but that doesn't mean that, that he's a monster. I don't think he's a monster. I think that it doesn't help that he has autism and he fixates on these things. And then if he feeds his delusion because he's just isolated and he spends so much time on the internet and no one, like he says himself, he literally says himself that, like he talks about his mom, like not paying, like basically like my mom probably didn't even notice I was gone. Shit like that. It's really sad. Reading the messages gave me a whole different view on Nick, to be honest. But he was also pretty scary. Like everybody's watching these like I love how I see these in these comment sections, like under the videos, like they're like, oh, he's so scary. Yo, he brutally stabbed a woman 17 times. Yo, looking at these videos and laughing like, oh, he's not scary. I beg to differ. I think that's pretty scary. Also, just wait until man, when I read these messages that for some reason people aren't reading, I knew they wouldn't. It's very telling. Like, you should see, oh my God, this girl, Allie, his friend, she told him, I'll talk to you later. Instead of saying, good night, bro. I should just open up that one thing and read it to y'all. Just that one thing. It is, and she reached out to Gypsy and she's like, oh my God, I wish you could just beat me up right now. Like, I hate myself. I'm so worthless. Like, Nick, like, all because she literally told him, I'll talk to you later. And this girl thought that she was nobody because of that. She thought that she deserved to not even live. That's how it was actually really, really sad. And Gypsy, she encouraged her and she tried to help her through it. Like, and it was really sad. Like, she was literally like, I'm stupid. I'm worthless. Just saying these horrible things about herself. And that's all she did was say, I'll talk to you later. And he was so mad because she didn't say good night, bro, back to him saying good night, sis. And that's how he made that girl feel. He wrote her this page was like it was like a page and a half long. If he was so scary, why would you have him come to your house? So, do you think that people who get abused by the person they're with, you don't think they think that's scary and they're still with them? Like, why do y'all not? How do y'all think so black and white? That is so insane to me. And she was scared. He literally says himself, like even Allie, this is actually, he had Allie, so whatever you want to call it, that she was even like, look, she told Gypsy, look, I know you don't like when he gets mad at you. I know it scares you, but you have to face your fears. That's what she told her, but you have to face your fears. What? What do you mean? Like, y'all didn't see those messages, right? But y'all will just excuse them because y'all and it's so crazy to me. You know what it does? And that's why, the reason I haven't put anything out yet is because I've been finding it really hard. Hold on one second. I really want to be smart about how I choose to do this because I actually want what I do with the stuff that I have to be meaningful and purposeful. I wanted to bring awareness to not just things surrounding Gypsy, but even Nick. And that's something that people just don't know how to do on here. They think it's one side or the other. And yes, have I thought bad things about Nick? Yeah, I have. I can admit that. And it's not that I think he's an angel now, but going through these messages, yes, it shows me a scary side of him, but it also makes me have more empathy for him. And I know not everybody might feel this way. Some people might still feel the same exact way, but I don't know. I just feel like the way he speaks about how his mom, the way he speaks about that, the way that you could tell that he was not guided the way that he should have been. I feel for him. And the way that y'all want to put this out is a way to humiliate someone. The way that I want to put this out is a way to bring awareness to the whole, this whole entire murder was preventable. You know how? If Gypsy wouldn't have been failed and if Nick wouldn't have been failed. Oh, and guess what? If Dee Dee wouldn't have been failed, because even Dee Dee was sick. She was mentally not well, obviously. And instead of talking about it in a way that can actually make a difference, y'all would rather point fingers at people if it's black and white. And I don't know. It's just, to me, it's such a irresponsible way of thinking about things. And not only that, but it does nothing. It does nothing. Humiliating Gypsy is not going to make any good changes in the world. It's not. I promise you. You might think it will. It might make you feel good for whatever reason, but it's not going to bring any positive change. But if I can show one parent out there who has a child that maybe autistic with severe mental illness or even just severely mentally ill, that it is so important for them to have someone guiding them through life, for one, for two, monitoring them, even if they don't like it, for three, making sure that they're getting treatment. If I can show one parent that, I'd be happy. But all y'all worried about is pointing fingers at one person. And everybody always thinks oh, you villainize Nick. Y'all can think that if you want. I mean, at the end of the day, I just speak the truth. There are some scary things about Nick. There really is. But it doesn't mean that this wasn't preventable. But I 100% believe any of us can be victims of bad systems. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing. We need to be more mindful of that rather than people are so focused on wanting to like I said, humiliate someone, bully someone, be mad at someone for whatever, stuff they don't really care about. I mean, I don't even spell the woman's name correctly when y'all say justice for her. I'm gonna find that one thing because I'm not gonna go over one interrogation even. What about the interrogation? Ain't no one twisting state record evidence. What are you talking about? Ain't no one twisting state record. What are you talking about? Do you see what I mean? Y'all live to make this about something it's not. And it's actually weird as fuck. It really is. It's weird. It's weird to me. Y'all don't give a fuck about Nick. Y'all don't give a fuck about Dee Dee. Y'all don't give a fuck about these people. Y'all really don't. Y'all don't. Because I bet Dee Dee, if she could actually look back over her life, she would probably have a lot of regrets. It's not weird to going by state. What do you mean by state evidence? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're not explaining. You're just saying state evidence. Yeah, I have state evidence too. And it's, I think, telling a different story than what about just the state evidence? How is anybody twisting it or not twisting it? You just keep saying state evidence. These videos, do you think these videos make a fucking, even the slightest difference in anything? I hope that you don't, like, because that would be wild. If you actually think anything in those videos, if anything, there's parts, I don't know, y'all, I think y'all just glaze over this. Like, Gypsy is literally telling him, like, because I should play it myself, I should play it for y'all. Like, when she's talking about how because Nick has been teaching her the BDSM, because a lot of y'all think roleplay and BDSM are the same exact thing, and it's not. Roleplay can just be simply roleplay. It doesn't, and there's nothing, I'm not saying anything wrong with BDSM if you do it the right way. But he's teaching her, so it's cool for her to search on. You're weird. You are fucking weird. What does that have to do with anything? So it's cool for Nick to want to grape dead bodies. You think that's cool? I'm gonna guess yes, right? I'm gonna guess yes. It's cool because you only care about Gypsy. You care about the things that don't even fucking matter in this case. So it's cool. Like, it's not illegal. It's not illegal, if that's what you mean. But you know what is illegal? Graping dead bodies. I'm just saying. And you know what? When you say, so it's cool for her to Google search on, so what exactly did she Google search about that? What exactly? Name the exact search. And, where do y'all, where is it at? Where does it say that? Are y'all looking at a link or, like, what are y'all looking at? Because I see some of the things y'all going over, and just like y'all see, do y'all know that so Nick and Gypsy both had access to the accounts that they posted on, and do you know the whole entire month while Gypsy was in Disney World, one thing that he used to do as punishment, which I thought this is kind of weird, I don't know, it's kind of silly, is he would post a whole bunch of memes or links and stuff, and Gypsy would have to go like and comment on all of them. And it was so weird because sometimes he would overwhelm her with it, and she'd be like, I'm so overwhelmed, because she wouldn't be able, because she could only use the phone so much. And it's weird, like, he was telling his friend Allie, he's like, I gotta go, sis, I have to go, I decided I'm gonna go help Gypsy finish her with the post. So he would go comment on them as her, like. And I'm not just saying this, I could show y'all it. I'm not just saying it. Like, it's so weird. It was like this thing that he would make her do, but if she wasn't going to be able to finish it in time, sometimes he's like, I'll help you out this time, but next time, like, it's weird ass shit. I don't even understand it, but you do know they have IP. What? Did you see all of that? Huh? No, she wasn't at Disney for a month. And guess what? If she was, guess what? You want to know something? That still doesn't mean she wasn't abused. Y'all are crazy. I feel bad for kids that are in Disney World that get abused, because you would be somebody that would see that kid and be like, oh, there's no way. I see bruises all over him, but he's in Disney World. He's in Disney World. He's not being abused. Bye, little kid. No, get away. You're not being abused. You're in Disney World. Anyways. Now I want to know. I want to know what the I want to know what the search was. You said she searched that. So what was the exact search? Where's it at? Like, where'd you see it at? Because y'all want to talk about twisting shit. Like, y'all do that. But, I mean, we could... You want to look at it? Where's it at?
Never said a month. Bree never said a month. What are you talking about?
I said when she went to Disney... When she was gone for a month in January, when she went to Disney, she didn't just... She wasn't only in Disney. She wasn't in Disney for a whole month. And so what if she was? So what if she was? I guess that's why I didn't watch how I worded that. Because to me, Amanda, it doesn't matter. Crazy for followers state evidence. What? Okay, Brian, tell me what exactly she searched. Like, where'd you see this at and what exactly she searched? Don't just say that. Don't just regurgitate shit. Tell me exactly what she searched. I can show you exactly what I'm talking about if you want, but can you? I don't know if you can. Nick is really pissed. He is not going to be online right now because of that, and he gets because of that. If he gets online, he will say hurtful things. And then Jim said, "Oh, he's being a dick. Maybe try and keep your word. You're a nice girl, but but don't be hurtful. He's just mad because I popped off, and don't ever call Nick names. Blah blah. You want to know why he was mad, keeping her promise?" You know, Gypsy had to, like, you know, when they were planning, when they would meet. She's trying to do this without her mom knowing and shit, you know? So things are going to not maybe necessarily go in perfect planning. So and what's crazy is, you know, originally it was November and then it was in March. They changed it to March. He was even mad because she changed that even though it was sooner. Because he needs to adapt to the plans and he needs to know exactly, like, well, I mean, the life that she lived, it wasn't always that simple. Or just like she told him 7 months before she was going to be gone for the whole month of January, she told him 7 months in advance. But guess what? He still got pissed at her after 6 days. He missed her he started getting upset and he missed her, which is fine. You know, you're allowed to miss her, but started, she's like, I'm fucking sick of this bitch. Like, she don't realize that she needs to talk to me more. She told you 7 months ago that she would not, and guess what? But guess what she ended up doing? She ended up being able to, like, sneak sometimes and get to talk to him. She told him she wouldn't be able to the whole month of January. But he literally was calling her a bitch because of this, even though she told him 7 months in advance. 7 months in advance. I think that's a lot of time in advance. Like, the things he got mad at, like, Gypsy showed him a picture of an ass that wasn't hers when they first got together, and because she was self-conscious. Well, it ended up being like somehow, some way, he sees this thing. It was like a meme or whatever. He sees this ass like a whole year and a half later, and she is like, that's one of the things on those videos that she's crying about, that she lied about. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, literally, yeah, because he found out, and he had seen her ass since then. He had literally, like, obviously, and when he seen it, he's like, I knew what. She was like, I'm sorry, like, I felt insecure at that time, blah, blah. Dude, he ends up seeing this, like, with these green panties on. I was wondering what the picture was, and it said green panties, but you couldn't see the picture. Yeah, the video where she's crying, and you're like, yeah, and y'all are like in the comment section, yep, nothing's ever changed, still lying. She sent him a picture that wasn't her at first, of her ass, because he wanted a picture of her ass and she felt self-conscious, and they first got together, and he didn't see this until like 2013 at the end, very end. And he got so angry with her and told her things that were so fucking terrible that she literally was crying on that video, apologizing about, I promise I'll never lie. Yeah. If y'all don't think that's crazy, I'm sorry, but that is. That's like any little thing she did, he would get pissed at. And y'all say, well, why'd she stay with him? Well, you know what? Why does anyone stay with someone that is mean? He wasn't always mean. That's why the one where she's like, when she says something about Victor or whatever, like unalive Nick, that's what she was talking about. She felt like he had taken his dark side, like took Nick away from her, because that's what she fell in love with, was like the sweet him. Like, these are all in the messages, but y'all not seeing those, or y'all just skipping over those? Or I'm not sure. So, because I'm about to read the message that he made for his friend, because she said, I'll talk to you later. Okay? Made this girl literally think the absolute little, she thought she was just a worthless piece of shit. Yeah. And I don't even know why. That's insane. Like, I don't even know why she let him do that to her. But, I mean, he had her wrapped around his finger, too. And why is my phone, like, not keeping, like, it's, like, going down in charge? Like, what the fuck? I need to get a new charger, y'all. Because my charger is going. Like, I don't... Scott! Hold on 1 second. You got that other box that's supposed to be like a fast charge box or something, or like another plug? Because like one of the plugs is my phone, like not even. The plug. This stupid thing. I don't know what's wrong with it. But I'm still waiting to see like exactly what she searched. Like, if anybody wants to tell me that. Hopefully that makes a difference. Okay. Let me see. I think it was. See. No, I was gonna read that, but I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one. That one's fucking actually insane. And it proves how Nick was into like real grape, not fantasy grape, not just like he wanted to be able to really grape someone. That's what he considered. Yeah, like that's what he liked. Just know that. Yeah, but these messages are in there. You might not get read that one. You'll get read in some twisted way. But this is the only reason I'm reading this is to give you an example of the things like how easily Nick would get mad. Like, there's a lot that we don't see and know. Like, there's a lot of times where he says, like, I'd rather be on the phone, like, talk about it on the phone. We don't know the conversations that happen on the phone. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to it eventually. Damn. There's so many fucking pages. This file was 86,000 pages long. It was fucking insane. 86,000 pages. Like, how the fuck? Oh my god, I'm about to type in something, keywords. Oops. Oops.
25 minutes, counting down.
Is this it? No. Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay, y'all ready? Allie, these are my last words to you, and I may never talk to you again. First off, a true friend doesn't encourage someone to stop talking to them. Oh yeah, because let me show you what happened. I gotta get to the whole argument of it, okay? Let's show the whole thing. Okay, I'll let you know. What you doing multitasking? Hey sis, I can't find my headphones that go with my webcam. I don't know where they are. I'm gonna keep looking though. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to have something to eat. I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay, sis. Hey bro, how are you? If you want to Skype for a bit, we can. And this is 11:20. He didn't answer. Nick, is it okay if I come over today? The answer is no. Okay, I'm sorry if I upset you. First, you say I'll talk to you later instead of good night the other night. Then you disrespect me on here. So the answer is no. You can't come over. Can't come over, upset me. No, I'm angry that my own BFF, who is supposed to be like a little sister to me, could treat me this way. So like I said, no. I'm sorry, but okay, sounds like you made up your mind. And I said never mind because you were not answering me. But okay, think what you will. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I think what I will. I already did. I'll think what I will. I already did. Okay. Besides, you're just saying sorry because I brought up something that most people are too fake to bring up, would normally stray away from doing so. For as I can tell, your sorries are just because I brought it up. They have no sincerity to them at all. And I can feel that they are just because I brought it up. No more than that. How do I know this? Because your last words, think what you will. You made yourself naked to how you feel about the situation. You don't care. Yes, I actually do, bro. You are like an older brother. I'm so sorry about what I did, but I fear you will not forgive me. Then where is the damn respect? I thought after you could tell the last time we had talked on video chat, you could tell I wasn't happy. You think I would just forget it just like that? No, I'm too real for that. Of course, if something like that will bother me, it will carry on from day to day. Because sometimes I care too much, and maybe that is weakness of mine. As for me forgiving you, at least you are aware of how hard it is to get a Taurus to forgive someone. The only reason I would do it is because I see reason into doing it, and right now I don't see it. I don't know what I can do to change your mind, and you should not change your mind. You should stick to your guns because I hurt you. She shouldn't have even said that because all she said was I'll talk to you later. But look how he reacts. Oh, so in other words, you hurt me on purpose. Another backstabber. Nice. What? No, I did not. I left in a hurry though. I will admit though, if you can't forgive me, I understand though. What I did was not nice at all. I'm done speaking before you piss me off. Nick, I would beg for your forgiveness, but that is not right either. I said I'm in big capital letters. I said I'm done speaking before you piss me off, and who knows if I'll ever talk to you again. Allie, these are my last words to you, and I may never talk to you again. First off, a true friend doesn't encourage someone to stop talking to them, no matter if it was them that hurt them. Because you know how she said, I can understand, like, I hurt you, so I can understand if you don't forgive me. Like, anyways, no matter if it was them that hurt you or not, they truly care. They won't try to make it seem like it would be better to never talk to them again. Instead, they would admit they're wrong and say sorry meaningfully, which she did. The way you said sorry was like, oh, I see I did hurt you. I'm sorry. Like it was no big deal. Like they don't care. That is how it felt from you. You say you care, but I can tell that if you did, you would show more passion into talking to me um before our last talk. We may have never ever had again. Never ever again. I know you didn't show shit of any passion before you logged off. So that there is your own mistake. If you wanted me to forgive you, I would have felt the passion from you on how much I truly matter, but that never showed. So I now know you were just there for the moment while I was like a big brother to you, and that is all you were there for. Weren't there for me, weren't there to be more than a little sister for you. There weren't there to be a true friend. You were in the past, but it seems you lost how to show those who mean something to you passion. You should be expression. I'm only giving you this final message as a farewell message because it isn't like I'll ever know how much you truly care anytime in the future. You always bottle it up. Yes, I sense that you always do that. I'm saying what I am to you as a true friend. I tried to be to you before you first didn't say goodbye to me, you didn't just in case we didn't talk, which I had a feeling we weren't going to. Not to mention I was thinking, she thinks I'll just talk to her later instead of thinking that I will, because she said talk to you later. That I will. Never forget, we all aren't promised tomorrow, so maybe that's why you should have said good night that night. You had a chance to, so at least we would have parted ways in good terms, but you didn't, and that's what started all this bullshit that neither of us would have had to deal with if you would have just said a simple 2 words. Then it surprises me when you disrespect me on purpose after you're supposedly in a hurry moment. No, you were set out to hurt me. If you weren't, you would have been careful about how you said what you did. I used to think impulsively, but I don't anymore, because I have discovered who I truly am. Ever since then, I know when I do something I am meant to do in it instead of feeling unsure like I used to. So with this being my last message to you before we may never speak again, just remember, if you truly love someone, whether it is a sister to a brother, or a daughter to a mother, or a granddaughter to a grandfather, or a daughter to her father, or 2 people as lovers or boyfriend, or BFF to another BFF, just remember, if you truly care about them, you wouldn't push them away like you pushed me away. And once someone pushes too hard, they may never come back again. Remember, actions speak louder than words. And when you actions, exactly. She said words. Anyways, and when you did speak without thinking, your action to not use my name with a capital letter, my name with a cap to show, it showed that you meant to disrespect me. I don't deserve that at all. I don't deserve that, Allie. I don't. I never messed up your name nearly as much as you have, and I felt this time it was intentional, that you did it after us already being on bad terms for the previous last time we talked. So I don't have questions in your mind of what you would have wanted answered before I go, such as, will I ever talk to you again? That's uncertain. You have hurt me like a family member could hurt another family member. I know you know what that feels like. Don't deny it and tell me you don't. So it's not clear if I'll ever talk to you again, but there is a chance that I may never talk to you again. If I had to give you percentages, I would say a 50-50% chance that I would still talk to you or not. Now, to answer another question that would probably be in your head, would I want to still talk to you and be your big brother and BFF like old times? Of course I would, but your actions changed us. Maybe someday you'll say sorry meaningfully with passion and truly mean it. But if that day never comes, then we'll both know you never really even cared. There, I answered the 2 most important questions that you would have had on your mind. I suppose you would wonder one more other thing. You would wonder, would I ever trust you again? Allie, seriously, think about this. You don't think ahead like I always am and just say, I'll talk to you later, as you are just throwing me to the side with no importance to you. Then it seems your actions the first time we speak afterwards seems to be showing that meant to do that to me by you disrespecting me right away the next time we talk. So really, if you did regain my trust, it in you, it would be the last time you regained it, because I don't trust anyone more than twice if they truly mean something to me. Yes, I have trusted Gypsy plenty of times, but she is a different story. Her being my twin flame soulmate, of course, she is a different story. I'll always be a true friend to you, even while I say my farewell to you. Allie, I do hope that you are able to find what I was, a true love. You are a good woman. You just crossed me. You just crossed me when you shouldn't have. Maybe someday I'll talk to you again, as I talk sincerely from my heart to you, as if you were my little sister. As I show you how passion is done. Just remember, Allie, just remember, if someone hurts you on purpose, they aren't worth your time. Really, I'm saying this to you to look at your future positively, even after you have hurt me as deeply as you have. I'm still strong enough to give you a farewell that meant that I truly, really always did care. Now, my last thing I want to tell you before I never speak to you again, hoping that I do talk to you again, but at the moment, uncertain if I will, the last thing I want to tell you is that even though we did fight all the time, we did and had some pretty bad fights like brothers and sisters do. Um, usually I always love you like a little sister. That love will never die because I truly cared for you and about you. And like someone who truly cares, I always wanted the best for you. Never forget that, little sis. I'm tearing up on having to do this, but how much I care. It sucks. Now I'll say my final words. I hope your life is filled with purpose, fulfilled dreams, happiness, love, and the people who care about you. Since I can't be there anymore for what you did to me, please, sis, watch over yourself and take care of yourself and your family. I pray that you do. Until the next day we do talk, if that's ever again, farewell. Like, because she said I'll talk to you later, and y'all think that Gypsy controlled him? Ain't no way. Nobody controlled Nick. No, and that's exactly how the prosecutor said it. No, Nick never did nothing Nick didn't want to do. Nick, you see examples of this all throughout these messages. Whether it's because of his personality, whether it's because of his mental illness, whatever it may be, it's still what it is. Nobody controlled this dude. Nobody controlled, like, you think if he got this mad because someone said I'll talk to you later and didn't capitalize his name once, you think that Gypsy was controlling him? Okay. Okay. If you think so. But there's so much more where that came from. Also, throughout these messages, you see Allie and Nick talking about Gypsy's mom, confirming how, like, controlling she was, how she needed to, like, Allie would always say, like, because Nick would get very mad at Gypsy because, like, she wouldn't be able to, like, come and tell him goodnight because, the situation. And he's like, and even though Allie tried to defend mostly Nick all the time because of, I don't know, it's just how he gets people, I guess. But, she would be like, well, bro, you got to remember that, like, she has a crazy mom, and she is y'all's main problem. Blah, blah, blah. And Nick said that he hopes that, and I'm not saying this is wrong or right. I'm just saying, like, Nick said he hopes that a heart attack gets her. Like, he wanted her to have a heart attack and die. Like, Nick's not this, like, that's what's so frustrating. Like, they both did this. And Nick never did it as, like, a hero. He wasn't, like, trying to save Gypsy from, he did it because he wanted to be with her. Just like Gypsy did it to get out from underneath her mom's control. That y'all deny for some reason. Like, y'all say she wasn't abused. And that's the thing. None of this other stuff with Nick and Gypsy would even matter if y'all believed the truth that she was abused. If y'all believed that, everything that came after wouldn't even matter to y'all. So the argument wouldn't even be there. Because, I mean, they did what they thought they had to do. Was it right? No.